What's up, everybody? OT for Tech here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Lifeproof Fre for the Galaxy S5. Now, before we get started, just let me give a quick thanks to Lifeproof for sending this unit out for me to review. I really appreciate it, and if you're not familiar with Lifeproof, they make very high quality and just ultra rugged phone cases for the iPhone and the Samsung Galaxy series, including the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy S5. The link will be in the description below, so make sure you go on over to the Lifeproof website and check them out for yourself. You can also get one of these over at your local Best Buy, and it retails for about $80 or $79.95 to be exact. So that's enough of the overview. Let's go ahead and take a look at what comes inside the box. The packaging is simple, just a simple cardboard box with a plastic pull-out tray. And inside that tray, you're going to find the Lifeproof Fre, as well as a headphone extender, as you see here. And this will be used to actually keep your phone waterproof while allowing full use of your headphones. We'll get more into that later on. And then, of course, you have the back part of the Lifeproof Fre, which is made of a hard plastic, and it has almost like a rubber material going around the sides with a little piece of yellow foam on the charging port door. And we'll get more into all this further later on in the video, but for now, let's get back to the unboxing. You're going to find a little card explaining the fingerprint reader capability on the Lifeproof Fre case, so it allows for full functionality of the fingerprint reader. You also get a microfiber towel and some Lifeproof literature. Now inside this little book here, it's going to explain how to put on and take off the case, as well as water testing and just future maintenance with your case. It also includes things about the warranty, which it does come with a 1-year warranty, so if anything happens to the case, Lifeproof generally will replace it within that 1-year warranty. Installing the Lifeproof Fre on your Galaxy S5 is a very easy process, but it's going to involve a lot of cleaning, only because you don't want any dust or particles getting trapped between the glass on your phone and the screen protector that's built into the Lifeproof Fre. So get yourself a microfiber cloth or a microfiber towel and give it a good clean. Clean the screen on your phone and make sure you clean the inside layer of the Lifeproof Fre, or the inside protector of the Lifeproof Fre. Once you feel like you got it clean and free of any debris or particles that might get trapped inside of this process, go ahead and line the front up with the back and go around the sides and the edges and the corners, giving it a good squeeze. You'll hear a comforting click or a snap when you get it into place and it locks in. Don't worry, that popping noise is a good thing. That means the case is locking into place, and that's what's going to create that waterproof seal. Once that is done, close the charging port door and you're almost ready to go. Next, you want to peel off the screen protector or the little protector that's covering the fingerprint reader on the front of the Lifeproof Fre. Now that we got the case on the phone, let's go ahead and take a look around it and see what we got. If you take a look at the right side of the case, you have your power button. It stands out a little bit, so it's going to give you a good tactile feel. It's squishy, but yet still clicky, and it has very good responsiveness. And if you take a look at the left side, you have your volume up and down. They're not labeled plus and minus, but you're going to be able to feel the difference between the two buttons. They also stand out, and they have a good tactile feel as well. And if you push on them, again, they're squishy, but still give you a good comforting clicking sound, and they're very responsive, just like the power button. On the bottom of the case, you have your charging port door. You can undo the latch by sticking a fingernail in there and popping it open. It's fairly simple, but I recommend flipping the case over to where the screen's facing down to undo the little cover that's covering the micro USB 3.0 charging port. It was just much easier for me to get my finger and fingernail into the little groove and undo the latch that's covering the charging port itself. Moving on to the top of the phone, you can see you have a little grill there for your microphone, as well as a little piece of glass that is covering the IR blaster. So the IR blaster is still going to be fully accessible while this case is on your phone. And to the left of all of that, you have your headphone plug. It's actually a plug. It doesn't unscrew like the iPhone variants do. So you just pop out the plug and you have access to your headphone jack. The stock Samsung headphones should work without any problems, but most of your aftermarket headphones, including the L-shaped variants, you're going to need to use the adapter or headphone extender. It's very simple to install. You just line it up and twist it, and it kind of locks into place. Taking a look at the back of the case, you have your speaker grill on the bottom left, you have your LED and heart rate monitor cutout, as well as your camera cutout. They're both protected with a thin piece of glass. And you can see the back is also transparent, showing off the beauty of the Galaxy S5. Flipping the case over, you can see it's a piece of clear, thin plastic covering the camera, proximity sensor, and LED notification light, as well as the speaker grill on the front of the phone. On the bottom, you have a thin membrane covering the fingerprint reader, so if you've ever used the iPhone 5S fingerprint reader on a Lifeproof, it's the same kind of technology. Lifeproof recommends inputting your fingerprint once the case is on your phone. It does work, but you have to swipe it at the exact angle in order for it to register. The heart rate monitor works as well, but just remember you don't want to push your finger too hard on the heart rate sensor, otherwise you're not going to get a good reading. And here's a quick sound test. This is going to demonstrate the sound quality without the case and the sound quality with the case. Now the case is relatively thin and lightweight, and it's not going to add too much bulk to your phone. Here it is versus an empty case and a bare skin Galaxy S5, and you can see it's basically double the size of a Galaxy S5. But you're getting protection from drops at 6.5 feet, and you're also getting water protection up to 6.5 feet for 1 hour. So the excess bulk is actually warranted in this matter because it's giving you some excellent protection. Here it is side by side to another case competitor that offers similar protection without the waterproofness. The screen protector on this case is decent. I'm not going to say it's great because it takes away a lot of the beauty from the Galaxy S5's display. It's almost like a matte screen protector if anything. Viewing angles are okay, but you can see it picks up some serious glare. But overall, the end-to-hand feel of this case is excellent. I like the rubber sides because it gives you a good grip, and it's not too thick, and it's definitely not that heavy at all. So like I said in the beginning, it's not going to add too much bulk and too much thickness to your phone. It is double the size, but it's relatively still thin. Touchscreen responsiveness is going to be pretty decent. I mean, it's not going to be like touching a Galaxy S5 that's bare or even with a tempered glass screen protector on it, but I didn't experience too many issues with the touchscreen responsiveness of the touchscreen, so that's good. But here's the not so good things I found with this screen protector. If you take a look here, you can see it almost has a pillow effect. If I take my finger and just push lightly on the screen protector, you can see there's a lot of give in there. It's almost like there's air stuck between the screen protector and the screen on the phone itself. It's not too much of an issue, but it's a bit annoying. It also picks up smudges and smears like crazy, as you can see here, just being exposed to some faucet water. But if there's one thing that bothers me the most, it's the Newton ring rainbow effect. Now, Lifeproof says that you can fix this with a small and insequential light puff of baby powder or just applying it in a cold room without any humidity. But still, it's there and it bothers me. But I will say it does not affect the performance of the case whatsoever, nor does it harm your phone. So just like I do all of my Lifeproof reviews, we're going to go ahead and test out the waterproofness. So let's roll the camera on the Galaxy S5, that way there's something rolling on the screen while it's submerged in water. Make sure everything is snapped tight shut so no water can get in, and throw it in a bowl of water. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the time here. I didn't submerge it for that long of a time period, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, but enough for if any water was going to seep in, it would seep in. I didn't want this to be a 20-minute review on a waterproof case, so let's go ahead and pull it out of the water and give it a good thorough drying. Now, Lifeproof does state that all of their cases have a water test performed at the factory, but if you want to perform your own, which you should every 3 months for maintenance purposes, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take an empty case, get a piece of paper towel or toilet paper, and put it inside the case. Get a cup full of water to set on top of the case while it's submerged in water and let it sit there for an hour. Come back, take your case apart, and just make sure no water seeped in that wet the paper towel. Some droplets may get in during the removal process, but there should not be a huge amount of condensation or water in the case. To remove the case, you're going to want to get a coin. In this case, I used a actual tool that Lifeproof includes in their iPad cases, and just give it a twist in the corner where the little slit is. It's going to pop it open, and then just slowly pry off the front of the case. Just make sure you don't just grab it and rip it off, because if you do, you're going to damage the O-ring and the waterproof seal. Slowly take your finger, go side to side, rock it back and forth, but just pop it off very easily. Now that the phone is out of the case, you can see no water leaked in. There were a few drops on the front of the phone and on the inside rear of the case, but that's just from the removal process. You cannot use the screen on the phone while it's submerged underwater with this case on it, and that's due to the touch capacitive touchscreen, nothing with the case. I've been a big fan of Lifeproof since the original for the iPhone 4 and have taken plenty of underwater pictures. I highly recommend them, so make sure you check them out. Well, guys, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the section below, follow me on all my social media networks, subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, guys, thank you for watching and all your support.